Woohoo! Jazba! Woohoo! Jazba!
Hello everyone. Attention please. Cinder Collie to the nurse's station. Cinder Collie to the nurse's station. Thank you.
Guys, sorry about that. We had to. I couldn't lower the volume of the music right before the drop. Like, come on, I had to wait. I'm sorry. It was worth it. It was totally worth it. Hi guys, dude. Oh, today is gonna be a day. I hope you guys are ready. Hold on to your flops. It's gonna be a long day. Dude, Blutra coming in the tier 1 sub for 6 freaking months. Blutra, you're covered under collie care from the blue to the tra. I got you covered. Blutra, I've been seeing you around for a while now. So glad you come back.
All I want for Christmas is a hug from Cinder. From the flops to the beans.
Captain Grumpy coming with the tier 1 sub for 4, or the Twitch Prime sub for 4 freaking months. All I want for Christmas is a hug from Cinder. Well, guess what? It's not quite Christmas time yet. Don't overlook Thanksgiving. Like my favorite holiday. Maybe if you're good. Maybe if you're good, Captain Grumpy, you might get a hug. Although it's gonna have to be a socially distant, COVID safe, CDC recommendation following hug. So it's not gonna be much of one, but it will be one. Cerulean, welcome in, Nix Moon, Rob Map, Blutra, Biko, Ruddy Paw, Game, The Aves, Alex the Blue Fox, Captain Grumpy, IDC, what's up guys? Welcome on in, Gurgler, I see you up there. Rick the Foyote. Is it Foyote or Foyote? Is it like a fox, Yoti, Foyote? I always say Foyote and no one's ever corrected me. You gotta correct me if I'm wrong. It's okay, I can be wrong.
Shotspot.
You lost your rare sheep? No, now you have a rare sheep. It goes, the white one is the normal sheep, and then you get the green, which is uncommon, then blue is rare, and then I think you get like, what's after that? Uber, extra rare? Then it goes blue, purple, and then like orange and yellow. Not much is up, except Cinder Collie is up. I am up, and I am awake. Thanks to the magic of coffee. And also a really good meat pie schedule. Dude, Anonymous coming in with a tier 1 sub, 3 months of a tier 1 sub gifted out to Dirte. Anonymous, thank you. Dirte, you're covering the collie care from the antlers to the hooves. You're covered, because I hope you're a deer. I hope so. Hold on. I think I forgot to close my window. Hold on a sec. Yeah, oops. Okay, better. Ugh. Forgot to close my window. I had opened it up. It was kind of stuffy in here. I forgot to close it, and they're doing all this yard work outside. It's so loud. But I did. It's closed now. It's much better. I no longer can hear it through my headset. Dirte is a deer. Tiger, I think. Well, from the antlers to the pods, you're covered. Beans and beans and beans. Tabby Monk, thanks for the follow from 3 minutes ago. Sorry I missed that. Welcome, Floppy Flock. Welcome in. Be Dog again. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to Floppy Flock. Welcome in, guys. Thanks for joining. We're gonna talk about something that a lot of you should be using right now. Well, you're always using it, but definitely on a day like today, we need to talk about the brain.
Shotspot.
And what it means, what the brain does, and how it works, and some of the structures of the brain, and the fact that you should be using your brain when making decisions. So we're going to talk about the brain on this most convenient of days, appropriate of days, the most appropriate of days to talk about using your brain. I've been putting this lecture off because I have a feeling it's going to be, the brain is, if you couldn't guess, the brain is super, super complex. So this is going to be like super, super, super basic. I mean, I'm talking extremely basic. Like, very basic, because there's a reason why neurologists exist, and there's a reason why neurology is super difficult, because there is a lot in the brain. What is brain? Yes. What is brain? It's just squishy, electrified thing. It's squishy and it is electrical, so kinda, yeah. We should call Bandy to judge him. No, please. Please don't call Bandy. That's like his specialty. He'd do so much better at this than I ever do. There's no brain. It's a cover up by the Illuminati. Who told you that? Rick? I'm gonna need you to be quiet. You can't be spreading those lies. It's not true. It's not true. A squishy computer? It is a squishy computer. We're also gonna play more Antichamber today as well. But I figure, okay, let's address the elephant. Let's address the elephant in the room. The election's happening today, right? If you haven't gotten out to vote, you need to go vote. If you're sitting here right now watching my stream and you haven't gone out and voted yet, I want you to turn the stream off. I'm being serious. I want you to turn the stream off and I want you to go vote. Because right now, that's the most important thing. If you're in America, if you're in the US and you can vote and you're watching the stream and you haven't, go now. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. Okay. If you're sitting here now, that means either A, you're not eligible to vote in America, B, you've already voted, or C, you're a hot liar because I just told you to do something and now you're lying because you're saying here. Those are the only 3 people left. Don't forget your mask. Yes, please. Thank you. Go safely. Wear a mask. Wear a mask. Elstrid, thanks for the follow. Welcome to Floppy Flock. Welcome in. Vote Cinder. He's sus? No. I'm not sus. I was doing my tasks. Please believe me. I was just doing my tasks. I was just doing my tasks. Please. I'm a Turing. Hey, what's up? Welcome in. How are you? Hope you're well. I can't because of COVID. I couldn't get my ID in time, and my birthday was back in May. I mean, probably should have addressed that sooner. Vote Cinder 2012. Please, no. Absolutely not. You don't want me running anything. I can barely run a stream. The note you passed said Cinder was, hey, no passing notes in my class. Excuse you. This is a controlled emergency department. You can't pass notes here. It's infection risk. You're gonna get everybody sick. Vote Cinder 2021? No, please, don't vote for me. No, please. I'm not a very good leader. I can tell you that right now. Anyways, today, we're gonna talk about the brain, and then we're gonna use our brain, and we're gonna continue playing through Antichamber. Now, equipped with the knowledge that I have to go find the blue blocks. I gotta go find the blue blocks. It's kind of hard to say. Blue blocks, blah, 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 blah. Blue blocks. I gotta go find those because my gun only works on blue blocks. I gotta go find those again. Now that we know this, we gotta go find it. We gotta beat the game. I want to beat it. I do. We've overcome every other challenge outside of Ghost of Babe, but that's because that's just not fair. We're gonna get over this one. I believe it. I'm optimistic. Let's talk about the squishy computer. We will. The teacher hasn't finished his coffee yet. I gotta finish my coffee first. I can effectively run away from my problems. Can I run a country? I mean, probably not well. You can do anything you want. It's just a matter of can you do it well. Puck's gonna be first werewolf though. I mean, it does kind of have a nice sound to it. Puck's first werewolf Tux. What are your opinions on sheep? Oh, they should be protected and not eaten. Amazing. That's why I picked him as my running mate. Ooh, Starboy. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to Floppy Flock. Welcome in. Get a Cinder and IB of coffee. So hey, actually, Alex, I recently learned one of the docs I work with. I was talking with them. Apparently, so if you ever get a spinal tap done, a spinal tap, you know what a spinal tap is? It's when we tap into your spine and take out cerebral spinal fluid, right? We test for like meningitis and that kind of thing. Sometimes what can happen when you take out CSF, you can get what's called a spinal headache. which is a headache caused by changes in pressures due to that missing cerebrospinal fluid. Okay? Nowadays, the treatment that we use for that is we do what's called a blood patch, where we actually inject blood back into there to kind of fill in the missing volume, and then it all just kind of sorts itself out, right? But I was talking with one of our doctors recently. Apparently, when they were in residency, they were trained to give a caffeine IV, an IV infusion of caffeine to help cure the headache. And all I could think is, damn, how do I get me one of them? Let me get that IV of caffeine. Actually, now I kind of want to look this up. You can. Caffeine citrate. Interesting. Whoa, it's 3D Cinder? Yes, it is. 3D Cinder with emotions, feelings, hypnosis, emblems. What? Cinder has discovered IV caffeine. Haha! With IV caffeine, I can never be stopped. Ultimate sheep herding. The whole world will be my flock. Actually, I'm pretty sure I'd feel like crap on it, but hey. Speaking of, I'm out of coffee now, which is a damn shame. I almost want more. Hold on, guys. Today's different. I want more coffee. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go refill my coffee. Oh god, the way my model froze. More coffee! Yes, I got more. My super villain pose. Sorry about that. There, get myself reset. I hurt my bean cover. I hurt my beans. Cover me in band-aids. Guys, if you have Band-Aid, Bandy-Aid, spam Bandy-Aid in the chat. If you have this amazing emote, spam it in the chat. Sage Dear, what's up? Welcome in, Magnus. Good to see you. What's up, Magnus? Resident Dragon Axo. I see you up there, Axo. What's up? I'm surprised you haven't brought the coffee machine to your room yet. No, no, not. Look, sometimes I need that barrier of standing up and walking to the kitchen to prevent me from drinking too much coffee. Wild Avatar, thanks, Juliet. I appreciate it. It's pretty neat, isn't it? It's got the flops, it's got the bops, it's got the bleps. What else could you want? I gotta go for now, but you seem cool. I'll watch you. Hey, thanks, Starboy. Take care. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Enjoy your day. And if you haven't voted, go vote. It's eggnog season. It's not quite eggnog season yet. Soon, though. And then we can get some spiked eggnog. Alpha Kitty Body, thanks for the follow. Welcome, Flobby Flock. Welcome in. Chillerist, thanks for the follow. Welcome to Flobby Flock. Welcome in, guys. I had no idea. Oh, I had an idea for your drawing. I'll draw you in some sheep. I still don't know why you like sheep so much. You can't figure out why I like sheep? I'm a collie. It's what we do. We herd. Raisins, thanks for the follow. Welcome to Flobby Flock. Welcome in. Voted this morning. Good job, Brazillo. Proud of you. The only thing preventing your addiction is your laziness. Nix, that statement is more accurate than I think you can even imagine. I think that pretty much hits the nail on the head there. Dude, Proteus Arts coming with a tier 1 sub for 1 month. Your first subscription. Proteus Arts, you are now enrolled in Collie Care. Enjoy your emotes, especially the flops. Everybody spam the flops. Proteus Arts, you're covered under Collie Care from the flops to the beans. I got you covered. I'm gonna tell you a little trick about Collie Care. The longer you have Collie Care, the less you get covered, and the more likely I am to screw up your from the flops to the beans, from the antlers to the hooves. You got nothing type. I'm gonna just start messing it up. The more you got it, the longer you have it, the more screwed up it's gonna get. Dude, thanks for the sub. I appreciate it. Spam those emotes everywhere, especially the flops. With that dance, you make me think of very appealing, fun animations I remember seeing as a kid that were too. I like the cell shading. It looks good. It looks good. Why can't we eat cheese in class? No eating. You know what happens when you eat cheese. Shadow Fluffy Boy, you know what happens. Next thing I know, you're gonna be sitting back there, silent as day, right? Everyone's gonna be focused, and all of a sudden, you just get a rip ass in the back of class and disrupt everybody's learning. That is why can't eat cheese. This sounds better than most competing healthcare. Yeah, Turing, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You got a sheep in the pen. Good job, Rob. Slowly but surely, you will reach advanced herding techniques. You're gonna rip ass in the back of class. We've all been there. Tell me you haven't had that dream where you're sitting there in class, everybody's quiet, the teacher calls on your name, you look up in shame at your teacher with the look on your face of pure desperation, and all of a sudden, it just slips out, everybody hears it, everybody knows it's you, and you gotta hold your head in shame, knowing that you just ripped ass in the back of class. You don't want to be a demonstration subject instead of a pupil. Where do I sign up for Farting 101? There is no Farting 101 class. I'm gonna overdose myself with chocolate to keep myself alive. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. It's a lot of chocolate. Your medications do that anyways. Do your medications make you poop? Some medications do. No shame here, I'd claim it proudly. Look, if you're gonna make the noise, you might as well own up to it. You guys ready to learn about the brain? You guys want to learn about the brain? That big old squishy thing in your head that takes up so many damn resources. Okay. Jaboy, hey! Welcome in. Good day. Good day to you too. Thanks for the follow, Jaboy. Welcome to the Floppy Flock. Welcome in. Oh boy. I hope you guys are ready. We got a lot to talk about today. The brain! The brain! The thing that's allowing you to see and perceive what's going on right now, to make decisions, to control your emotions, to keep you alive. The brain is the computer. It is in control of your whole body. Without your brain, well, you'd be dead. Without your brain, you couldn't perceive the world around you. You couldn't interact with other creatures. You couldn't understand language or thought, or come up with solutions to problems that you face in your environment. The brain is amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
I been subscriber for 2 months now, yay.
Dude,
Cinder
Luke-
7 hype, Cinder 7 hype.
Luke Husky Collie coming with the Twitch Prime sub for 2 freaking months. Dude, Luke, you're coming under collar care from the flop to the curl. I got you covered. And I assume so because you're a Husky Collie, which means I would imagine you would take the best parts of both, which means you got flops and a curl. So from the flops to the curl, I got you covered. Thanks for the 2 months, Luke. I appreciate it. Thank you. Enjoy those emotes. Okay. In order to talk about brains, we gotta talk about the basic unit of the brain. The neuron. You guys remember learning this in school? Do you guys remember learning about neurons? The neurons are the basic cell in your brain. They are responsible for creating what we call action potentials and then sending those action potentials across your brain to other neurons throughout an entire system of neurons to basically create a computer. Here's your neuron. The neuron is comprised of 2 main parts. You have the cell body, which is the area of the neuron that essentially controls whether or not an action potential is sent or not sent. And then you have what we call the axon, which is what conducts the action potential to the next neuron and creates connections. I'm not going to go into the superficial, or I'm not going to get really much deeper than that, because if you start going really deep into this and how action potentials work, you're going to get into some pretty serious biology and chemistry, and I ain't got time for that. There's this stuff that covers the axon. Does anybody know what this is called? Has anybody heard this before? And we're going to say a word here. A word's about to be said. You better not snicker. You better not laugh, because it's important medical terminology. So don't giggle and don't laugh. Myelin. Called a myelin sheath. So what the myelin sheath does is it helps conduct the action potential quicker. Think of it like, for example, I don't know, you have a normal like wire, right? But then maybe I don't know, what's really highly conductive? See, I don't even know how to explain this. Essentially, it helps increase the speed of the action potential to travel through the axon to help it move quicker. See, look, you guys, I told you not to laugh. I told you not to giggle. We can say words like sheath. We can say words like penis. We can say words like vagina and not laugh about it because it's medicine. It's a body. It's anatomy. We can say these words. Stop laughing. You can't. No, not the pancreas. God damn it. No.
Cinder 7 love.
Abdullah Hellcat coming out with the tier 1 sub for 4 freaking months. Abdullah Hellcat. Cinder 7 love back. Abdullah Hellcat, you're coming under collar care from the ears to from the devil horns to your spiky tail. You're not covered because you're a Hellcat, and you know I'm sure Satan's got some coverage for you. I'm sure he's got. I mean, eternal damnation's got to come with some kind of benefits, right? What's my dental? What about health insurance? If I'm gonna be tortured for the rest of my life, I'd like to know that I have good health insurance. Like, come on. Okay, so now that we've gotten all of the dirty words out of our mouths, and we're not giggling about them anymore, we can keep moving on. So, Your brain is made up of neurons. Neurons sense and conduct and create action potentials that they pass on to the next one to create a chain and connection throughout the brain to help transfer information. That's pretty much the basics. Passes no shadow, Fluffy boy, no! Stop passing notes. Stop it! Satan has the best healthcare plan. Skin and bone regenerates every time it's destroyed automatically. I mean, that sounds great. I wish people would act more respectful with that stuff, just like how you talk about them, because it's just inappropriate to laugh every time they bring it up. But can talk in a mature and reasonable time. Look, Rosillo, you'd be surprised how many people get uncomfortable at work, like patients, when we talk about that stuff. Like when you have a patient who comes in with something wrong with their genitals, they're like, they always skirt around it. They always want to skirt around the issue. I'm like, just tell me what's wrong. Like people ask me all the time, especially guys. Guys are like, when I have to come in and do a, if I have to come in and do like a catheter, sometimes you'll have people that are like, what's a catheter? And I'm like, it's when I stick a tube in your penis up to your bladder and get your urine out of your bladder. That's what it is. And then they giggle at the word penis. It's fine. It's just a word. Okay. I'm not going to continue teaching in Cinder's voice. It's going to be too hard. Joliet, inguinal hernia is very common. Probably the most common, I would say one of the more common hernias. Probably the best one to get if you're going to get a hernia, because the rate of strangulation through the inguinal canal is pretty low. It's like 1%. And hernias really only become a problem when they strangulate or cause bowel blockages or anything like that. Usually they're pretty benign. You just kind of keep an eye on them. All right, so the neuron. Neuron is the basic cell of the brain. It's important to know this because the entire brain is made up of this. Well, most of it. So, we're going to kind of break the brain into we're going to break the brain down into 3 to 4 different areas, okay? And what you're going to notice, what I find super interesting about the brain, is the higher you go up on the brain, so the closer to the top of your head that you go, the more complex the brain gets. So the lower parts of the brain, like the brainstem and the cerebellum, they're a little bit less complex than the cerebrum, which is the top part of the brain. Especially like your brainstem is all like your basic brain functions, right? I was going to touch on something real quick before we moved on to that. What was I going to say? Oh, okay. So before we move on, let's talk about something real quick. So very crude. Here's your brain, right? And then you got your spinal cord that kind of comes off of it, right? And goes down here. Okay. So this is going to be a very basic drawing because this is what we're going to talk about real quick. So your spinal column, your spinal cord goes down and branches out into all these tiny little nerves that travel out throughout your entire body, right? You have nerves that pretty much travel everywhere. And what do those nerves do? Those nerve endings bring in sensory information. I forgot an N. So the nerves at the end of go down the spinal column, spinal cord, branch off into all these nerves. Those nerves are going to send sensory information and sensory, I'm just gonna say information. You're gonna have an upflow. So the sensory information is going to flow to the brain. The brain's job is to then interpret that sensory information and put out a motor response or motor information. So your brain stimuli, thank you, sensory stimuli. We'll go with something like that. So sensory information goes in, motor information goes out. So your brain says, hey, this nerve says it feels hot. Okay, I'm going to register that as hot, and now I'm going to send motor information down to my hand to pull it away. Very basic, right? Very basic. Ooh, kata curry. Ooh, kata curry. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to Zombie Flock. Welcome in. Okay, so this is important because some of the areas of the brain are like, we'll go over, like your somatosensory cortex, where it's located, is right next to the motor cortex, right? Because these two are so highly connected. Sensory information in, motor information out. Okay. I'm gonna need a lot of room on this guy. You can already tell. Okay, let's talk about the first structure of the brain. So we're gonna go from the bottom up, okay? So we're gonna work from down, up, okay? The first part of the brain we're gonna talk about is the brainstem. My handwriting. I also like to call this the reptilian brain. Because that's how I was taught it, was the brainstem / reptilian brain. So the brainstem, where is, I have pictures for this because I'm not going to even try to draw this. The brainstem is at the bottom part of your brain. And it's made up of 3 different structures. You have the midbrain, you have the midbrain here. This is the green part, right? You have the pons, and you have the medulla oblongata. The primary function of the brainstem is basic bodily functions. Best way to think about it. So, heart rate, respiratory rate, digestion, vomiting is in here, sleepiness and wakefulness, all your basic involuntary functions, thank you, all of your basic bodily functions are taken care of in the brainstem. This is why brainstem injuries are so catastrophic, because if you disrupt this system, you no longer have control over your heart rate or your respiratory drive or your vomiting, your ability to vomit, or your ability to go to sleep or to wake up, right? All of those involuntary things. That's why I like to refer to it as the reptilian brain, right? What does a reptile know what to do? Move around, eat, sleep, keep itself alive by breathing and pumping its blood, right? The very basic functions of life are taken care of in the brainstem. There's another thing that this also does. As you have sensory information coming up and motor information coming down, the midbrain also manages to sort some of this information that's coming up. So it does do some information sorting. So it does a little bit more than just basic stuff, but primarily its job is to regulate your body functions. The cerebellum, also referred to as the little brain, is going to be the next structure we talk about. So, first structure, the brainstem. That brainstem, the most basic bodily functions controlled here, as well as some very there's some info sorting, but basically just basic bodily functions. Your cerebellum. I'm gonna grab my picture of the cerebellum. Did I not get a picture of the cerebellum? Oh God! Hold on! Panic! How did I not get a picture of the cerebellum? There you go. Cerebellum. This is this little part here on the back. Yeah, right here. That's going to be your cerebellum. The cerebellum is responsible for fine-tuning motor controls. So balance, muscle memory, right? If you ever learned how to ride a bike, that memory, that muscle memory, is taken care of here in the cerebellum. So fine-tune fine-tuning motor commands. That is its primary function. It doesn't really do much else. It is there to fine-tune your motor. So anytime, think about, you reach to pick up your phone, right? That is fine-tuning motor commands. Otherwise, your hand would just flap around, right? You reach over, you pick it up, right? You bring it towards you. If you ride a bike, like I said, riding a bike, that muscle memory is taken care of here in the cerebellum, right? Athletes, for example, I mean, all of what athletes do, they train over and over and over again until that connection is so strong that it can't be forgotten. It's muscle memory, right? They just reactively do it. It's without even thinking about it. It just happens. All that is taken care of in the cerebellum. It's often referred to as the little brain, because if you can look at how it's structured, it looks like a smaller version of your cerebrum, which is the biggest part of your brain. It looks like a tiny little brain. So if you think about humans' evolution, right? As we start to move up, we probably started with something like this, right? We probably started with just our brainstem, right? And if you actually look at some animals, I think remember the example that I was taught was sharks. A shark's brain looks very similar in structure and kind of design as our brainstem. Granted, it's a little bit, they have some higher processing as well, but we started out here, and then we said, okay, let's start fine-tuning some of our controls here. Then we get the cerebellum. And then we move up further is when we start to get all of our reasoning and thinking and emotions. Beta Pup, god damn it! I made it more expensive to try to prevent this! What do you got to say for yourself? Dirty pervert! God damn it! I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna get rid of it one day. It's gonna happen. I'm naked! Yeah! Whee! Free spirit! Woohoo! Yeah! Naked! Don't look! You're making 90,000 points? No, because then no one would ever do it. Now it takes 20,000? Yeah, I made it more expensive because it's happening every freaking stream. It doesn't seem to matter because people like Beta Pup save up enough points. Ooh, excuse me. Did I come at a bad time? Trip, you did not come at a bad time. They took off my bandana, so now I'm naked. So you're just gonna have to look at me naked now. I'm sorry. Sorry. It's not my fault. They paid me. They offered me that one thing I can't avoid. My collie coins. I owe it to them. That burp. Look, let's not talk about the burp. Okay. So, I don't, there's not, like I said, we're going to go over the very basics here. The majority of this lecture is going to be focused up here in the cerebrum. But your cerebellum is responsible for fine-tuning your motor commands and your motor control to help establish muscle memory and comfort with your movements. Okay? Okay. Your thalamus. Your thalamus sits right above your brainstem, kind of right in the middle of your brain here. Anybody want to take a guess as to what the thalamus does? Does anybody know? Have you guys ever learned this? Pretty straightforward. We're gonna, like I said, I am giving the very basics, because a lot of these places, a lot of these brain structures do more than one thing. A lot of them do more than one thing. Yeezy! What's up, Yeezy? It's temperature, right? Not quite. That is actually the next thing we're going to talk about. Motor function. This is the basic that I was taught. It helps kind of like route information throughout the brain. Think of it as like a router, right? Or think of it as like a grand central station, almost. This is how I've always been taught about it. When information comes in, right, up the brainstem, kind of comes in here, and then it all gets sorted out, right? I like to think of it kind of as like grand central station. So it helps dictate where information goes. What did I write down in my notes? That sorts. We'll say, I don't know, reception center, that works. We'll say controls information flow. Like I said, a lot of these things have other purposes other than just there. A lot of these structures are not relegated to just one specific purpose, right? Our bodies are too complex for it to say this one thing does this one single task, right? A lot of these things are multifunctional. I'm just going to give you the basics. So think of the thalamus as like a router. It's going to dictate where that information goes within your cerebrum and your cortex, just to kind of help get it all out there. The hypothalamus, which is the next one. You guys remember what hypo means? Close enough. Below, as above, so below. It is below. The hypothalamus is responsible for homeostasis. Homeostasis, the ideal temperature, the ideal like circumstances and conditions for your body to function at its peak ability, right? So one of the things someone talked about in here, temperature. It helps regulate your temperature, right? So if you get a fever, it's thanks to your hypothalamus because it helps increase your body temperature, right? It does also do some hormone stuff with the pituitary gland. I'm not going to get into the pituitary gland and the posterior pituitary gland and how they affect your body and your brain because holy crap, I'm not dealing with that because I'm really bad with that stuff. But it does help send signals and help stuff with the pituitary gland to help you grow big when you go through puberty. But like I said, I'm only going to be giving maybe one or two basic functions of each of these areas because to go into any deeper would take way too long and would be more information than you guys need to know. So just know that the hypothalamus is responsible for homeostasis and know that the thalamus is responsible for dictating where information goes in the brain. Okay? Okay. Osmosis Joe's movie did with that virus villain. Dude, I remember watching that movie as a kid. I loved it. You prefer the hyperthalamus? Ooh woo. Next part of the brain. Next part of the brain. The cerebrum. Exactly what you guys think about when you look at the brain, the cerebrum. The cerebrum, this part takes up 80% of your brain. 80% of your brain is the cerebrum. The cerebrum is the reason why we as humans are the way that we are. It's the reason why we can make executive decisions. It's the reason why we can view the world. It's the reason why we can hear the world and feel the world around us. It is what helps us make our decisions and our logical thinking. It also is what helps give us our own personality and helps with creativity and imagination. It's all that stuff is taken care of here in the cerebrum. So whereas the first few things that we talked about in the body, in the brain, are very much for basic sustainment of life, right? Your brainstem is basically the most basic things needed to sustain our lives. The cerebrum is to help fine-tune some of that, and the thalamus and the hypothalamus help us maintain that and help us interpret the information that's being sent to us. The cerebrum is what's going to help us make sense of all that information and then also make decisions about it. So, as you can tell, there's a lot of little squigglies and worm-looking things on here. They have names. Does anybody know the names of all these structures? The names of the structures of the brain. You have these parts right here, which we're going to call the ridges. Then you have these parts right here, which we're going to call the grooves. Does anybody know what we call these? I'm not pointing at any specific structure. I'm pointing at the ridges and the grooves. The ridges and the grooves. The sulci, that is one of them. The sulci and the... Hurry, you got it! Come on, think about it! Starts with a G! I wouldn't know, I'm a smooth brain. Well, let me go ahead and draw. I'm going to draw... Somebody clip this and send it to Tristan. I'm going to draw you guys a cross-section of Tristan's brain. You ready? You see how smooth it is? Look at that. It's so smooth, right? Where a normal person's brain has sulci and what we call gyri, Tristan's brain has none. These are called gyri. So the ridges, so the top parts here are called gyri, like all these ridges, right? And then the gaps in between them are called sulci. The reason these exist. So the reason these exist is to create more surface area, right? So if you have a smooth brain, you don't have a lot of surface area, right? And you have neurons and things all in here, and they can't really communicate with anything else, right? But what happens is, when you start adding in these ridges, you get stuff like this, right? You have more surface area here because of the ridges the way it is, and then you have closer connections as well that can be made. So it's to increase the surface area to help help give us more area to utilize to think and process information. Sulci and gyri in my school. I was always taught GY, maybe it's GI, but yeah. Anyways, so you have sulci and gyri within the cerebrum. Specifically, this is the cortex, the outer side of the cerebrum. You also have some fissures in here. You have a fissure here. You have a fissure here. You have a fissure here. These are all named. I want to say this is the lateral. And this is the transverse. Does anybody know what this big one is called right here? This one is super important. Does anybody know what this is called? You gonna play games during class? You better not be playing games. Don't be. No games. No games. Which one? The one that's right here that goes between your parietal lobe and your frontal lobe. Anybody want to wager a guess as to what that one's called? Okay, I'm just gonna give you the answer. It's called the central sulcus. We're going to talk about why that's super important here in a minute, because there's two very important structures right here and right here that basically that helps us interact with the world, and we'll talk about those in a second. Okay, so your cerebrum is now also broken into 4 different lobes. So you have gyri and sulci, which are the ridges and the grooves of the brain, right? You have these giant fissures in between each of the lobes and areas of the brain called fissures. You have the transverse, the lateral, and the central sulcus. You also have one that's called the longitudinal, which separates the 2 hemispheres of the brain, which we'll talk about in a second. Actually, we'll talk about that now before we move on to the lobes. So, as you guys know, your brain has 2 different lobes, or 2 different hemispheres, right? You have the left brain and the right brain. I'm sure you guys have heard of this before. So here is your longitudinal fissure. You have left brain. You have right brain. You guys remember? Have you guys ever learned this? You guys remember the difference between the two? What does what? Large paper. Dude, why are you ripping paper in class? Excuse you. That better not have been the homework. Y'all better be paying attention. So help me God, I'm gonna test all of you guys on this, and if you fail, you're getting banned from the stream. I'm sorry. Gotta pay attention. You gotta be paying attention. They do mirror each other. You are correct. So motor control on the right side goes to the left side of the body, and the motor control on the left side goes to the right side. That's just the way that it happens. But the left side and the right side, they have different like, I'm trying to think of the right thing to say. I don't want to say purposes, but they have different ways of thinking. Let's just put it this way. The left side of your brain is going to be more of your logical side, right? So logic, math, and science is over here, right?
Woohoo! Shotspot!
Reason, so your reasoning abilities, right? Language learning.
Sensei, I'm sorry I was late for class. Cinder 7 blush.
Dude, Radium Desu coming with the Twitch Prime sub for 2 freaking months. Radium Desu, it's okay that you're late. But I already called your parents, so you're in a hot load of trouble when you get home. But it's okay that you're here now, because you can still learn before getting your ass locked up in your room for the rest of eternity. Radium Desu, you're covered under collar care from the you're in deer, right? From the antlers to the hooves, I got you covered. So the left side of your brain's gonna be more for logic. So math and sciences, your reasoning, your language, right? Kind of like linear thinking, linear thinking, right? I have a problem, I need to solve it, right? Straightforward thinking. The right side is gonna be more for like art, creativity, imagination. What else did I have on here? Emotions. I think that's all I got. Yeah. So where the left side is going to be more focused on logic and reason, the right side is going to be more focused on creativity and, you know, imagination and how you feel and you know, what kind of arts that you do, right? So they do different things. I'm not going to get into too much as to why. It has to do with certain types of structures in those parts of the brain, but we're not going to really go into it too much. My parents are going to kill me. Well, hopefully you learned your lesson. Not to be late for class. It'll affect your grades. But I'm glad you could join us. Thanks for coming in, Radium. Okay, let's bring this picture back. Get a new one. So, let's recap before we talk about lobes of the cerebrum and the cortex. Let's recap. So, the cerebrum takes up about 80% of your brain. It's responsible for all of your higher level thinking, okay? Gyri and sulci are the names for the ridges and the grooves that make up your brain. Your brain is separated into multiple areas by these fissures. You have the lateral, the transverse, the central sulcus, and the longitudinal fissure. The left side of your brain, the left hemisphere, is responsible for logic, your math and sciences, your reasoning, and your language skills, where the right side is going to be more responsible for art, creativity, emotions, and imagination. The cerebrum can then be broken down, or the cortex can then be broken down into 4 separate lobes. We pull that picture up. We're gonna post it again. Okay. So there's 4 lobes. Okay, sorry. That song, it just... I wanted to vibe for a second. Okay, so you have your frontal. You have your parietal. Occipital. Oh god, I always spell occipital wrong. I-O-C-C-I-P occipital. And then your temporal. So these are the 4 primary lobes of the brain. Now, once again, as we talk about these, remember that they might have 1 or 2 primary functions, or functions that we can essentially say is primarily for them, but most of them are going to have a lot of other side functions as well. Yes, the lobes. The red lobe, the yellow lobe, the green lobe, and the blue lobe. So the frontal lobe. Anybody know what the frontal lobe does? Can you have a hug? No! We're still in a global pandemic! Feelings? No. Well, kind of. It absorbs impact. Well, if you play in the NFL, it sure as hell does absorb a lot of impact. It's front on all the lobes. You technically correct. Executive function. Thank you. Security. Thank you. It is executive function is the best way to think about this. Think of it as the president of... How fitting. Think of it as the president of the brain. Some people have much better presidents than others. So, what is this responsible for? Responsible for things like processing decision making. Critical thinking. It can also help with reasoning and planning. But it also can help with emotions and mood. You can your frontal cortex, or your frontal lobe rather, can decide how it wants to respond to the emotions that your brain has sent to it, right? So it is the final decision. It controls all that stuff. Think about, for example, lobotomies, right? When we used to lobotomize patients, right? What did we do? We stuck a Q-tip, or we stuck a hook up their nose into the brain, and we basically scrambled up their frontal lobe. And what did that do? It kept people from being able to act on their emotions, and it made them not able to make decisions or to critically think for themselves, right? It basically made them a mindless zombie, right? Which is why we no longer do it anymore, because it's incredibly unethical. But, perfect idea. A perfect example. Think about football players, right? Football players who take a lot of head strikes, right? Typically leading with the front of their head, right? CTE, chronic traumatic encephalopathy. What happens to some of these people? They become incredibly enraged, unable to control their emotions or their mood, can't make rational decisions, right? Because they have damaged that part of their brain. Phineas Gage is a famous frontal lobe injury survivor. I don't know if I know about. I feel like if I do. Is this the guy who had the bolt through his head, the nail? A large iron rod was driven completely through his head, destroying much of his brain's front left. Wow. How did his change? The tamping iron destroyed much of his brain's left frontal lobe, and his once even-tempered personality changed dramatically. He was the first case where you could say fairly definitely that injury to the brain produced some kind of change in personality. Interesting. I feel like I've heard of this before, but I couldn't tell you his name. The balance between his intellectual faculties and animal propensities seemed gone. He could no longer stick to plans, uttered the grossest profanity, and showed little deference for his fellows. The railway construction company that employed him, which had thought of model foreman, refused to take him back. So Gage went to work at stable. Okay, so he basically lost all of his executive functions. What it sounds like, or it became very hard for him to control. Lynx Wolf, thanks for the tier 1 sub for 5 freaking months. Oh god, excuse me. Lynx Wolf, you're covered in a colic here. From the tufts to the wolf tail, I got you covered. Also, Riku Rar, thanks for the follow. Welcome to Folly Flock. Welcome in. Sorry I missed that. Sometimes when I'm teaching, I get kind of locked in. You should look up his case. I'm going to look up that case. His skull's on display at the Harvard Medical. Seriously. I would like to see that. Okay. So the frontal lobe is your executive function, right? So it basically is what makes all the decisions, helps you keep track of things, planning, reasoning, controlling how you want to respond to your emotions. The parietal. There's also movement, by the way. Movement is in here as well. The parietal lobe. Does anybody know what the parietal lobe does? How we vibe to this music? What does the parietal lobe do? You guys want to just skip class and listen to music? It contains the voices that tell me to burn things? No, wrong. Sensory motor, that is in there. So you're not, radium, Jesse, I'll give you that, yes. It's responsible for sensation, for interpreting senses, and perceiving and receiving and processing sensory information. We'll say sensory processing. So things like touch, right? Touch, heat, cold, pressure, pain, all interpreted here in the parietal lobe. Okay. It also helps with what we call. Does anybody know what the sixth sense is? Not the movie. I'm not talking about the movie. The widely kind of accepted as the sixth sense. All right. You have your senses, right? Smell, touch, feel. Smell, touch, feel, vision. What am I missing? Taste, right? There's one more. Does anybody know what the sense of time? Kind of, no, not quite. Kinesthetic awareness, I'll give you that. It's called proprioception. Proprioception. The sense of your body in space. The sense of your body's orientation. Called proprioception. Technically, we kind of consider that like the sixth sense, right? That's kind of taken care of here in your parietal lobe. Your parietal lobe is responsible for body awareness and sensory processing. So that's what breaks when I'm in VR chat. Yeah, that definitely does happen. Hearing, smell, touch, feel, taste, proprioception. So, interesting thing, before we move on from the frontal lobe and the parietal lobe, remember when I talked about how the central sulcus is important? I'm going to tell you why the central sulcus is important. You have two primary structures here within the frontal lobe and the parietal lobe that's really important. Come on. Right next to each other, you have the somatosensory cortex and your motor cortex. Remember at the start of remember when we were talking earlier about information coming in and out, right? So sensory information comes up through the brainstem, through the hypothalamus, and ends up right in here into the somatosensory cortex, right? It is then sent across the central sulcus to the motor cortex to be sent down. These two are right next to each other. If you can think about why that's important, think about your reflexes, right? You touch something hot, you pull away. Think how quickly that happens. It happens before you even respond to it. It's a reflex. But part of that is because these two are so closely linked together, right? Sensory information comes in. Right next to that, right across that central sulcus, is your motor cortex, controlling for your movement. They are right next to each other. That's how important our brain sees these things. How important evolution has made interacting with our environment and responding to it that important, right? It is literally they're right next to each other. Thought it was kind of interesting to talk about that. Captain Grubby, take care. An engineered short circuits that bypasses executive function. You can say that, yeah. It's a good way of thinking it. But you're still within the frontal lobe, right? Because the motor cortex is still within the frontal lobe. So you're still making decisions about it. Now, sometimes you don't, sometimes you do. You know, reflexes are there for a reason to protect you. But, yes, it is a kind of a short circuit. It is a very quick change of information between sensory information and motor movement, right? But this entire part of your brain is responsible for for processing senses. Heat, cold, pressure, pain, touch, those are all sensed here in the parietal lobe. The occipital lobe, does anybody know what the occipital lobe is? Have you ever hit the back of your head? What happens when you hit the back of your head? What happens? What happens when you hit the back of your head? You get dizzy, it hurts. Dazed AF. Lights go out. You ever hit the back of your head and see stars? The occipital lobe is responsible for vision processing. You ever hear about the girl with the deficit of the parietal who could not feel pain? I've heard stories about people who can't feel pain, which is not bad because, Nuo, if you think about it, not being able to feel pain seems like a cool idea, but then you got to remember what types of things that we require to feel pain. Think about this, for example. People who can't feel pain don't know when they need to go to the bathroom. They can't feel it. They have no idea. They have to keep themselves on a schedule or risk being incontinent, right? People who don't feel pain could walk around on a broken joint and not even know it, further damaging that joint and preventing it to heal properly, right? People who can't feel pain don't know when their body is falling apart. We think of pain as this horrible thing, and there's a reason for it. Pain is there to tell us that our body is being damaged. It's important for us to know that. The reason why you feel pain when you have to go pee is because the bladder stretches out and triggers those pain receptors and says, hey, I need to go to the bathroom. One of the reasons why, as you get older, you lose the ability to control when you go to the bathroom is you lose a lot of those early warning signs that come with the pain. Like everything kind of just starts breaking down. So what happens is, instead of feeling like, yeah, I feel like I can go pee, okay, I'm feeling okay, you know, you kind of get some warning bells. When you get older, those go away. So next thing you know, you go from I don't have to pee to if I don't pee now, I'm going to pee myself. It just that system erodes away, and that's what happens. People who don't feel pain don't know when they have to go to the bathroom. Not being able to feel pain destroys self-preservation. You could literally rip off your skin because your body doesn't tell your brain to stop. Exactly. Wait, hold on. I'm just gonna call you Snus. Snus, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the Flobby Flock. Welcome in. Okay. Skyrecall, thanks for the follow. Welcome to Flobby Flock. Welcome in. Karos Fox, thanks for the follow. Welcome to Flobby Flock. Welcome in, guys. There was a guy in the Old West who couldn't feel pain. He charged people $1 to beat the crap out of him. Someone eventually broke his spine and he was bedridden for the rest of his life. I can believe it. This Brokeback Collie Shadow Fluffy Boy. Absolutely not. Nope, absolutely not. Okay, so the occipital lobe, primarily responsible for vision. Some memory formation also happens in here as well. If you think about when you see things, ideally you'd like to store those memories pretty quickly, so it's nice to have some memory formation in the occipital lobe to go ahead and store those visions, right? Those visual inputs. The temporal lobe. What do you guys think the temporal lobe is responsible for? What do you guys think? We have executive decision, critical thinking, and emotions. We have sensory processing, such as touch and feel. And we have vision. What are we missing? AJ Cat, thanks for the follow. Welcome, Floppy Flock. Welcome in. Hearing and memory storage. Correct. Memory. Correct. And it makes sense, too, where it's located, right? Your ear would be somewhere in here, right? So that makes sense. So hearing and memory. The temporal lobe is super, super important for memory formation. There's one other thing that happens in here. The temporal. There's one other thing. Can someone else tell me what the other part of the temporal... There's another big thing in the temporal lobe that's important to touch on. We're doing it right now. Movement, not quite. Come on, guys. What is it? Is it Wernicke's? Broca? Broca and Wernicke's? Anybody know that? Come on, guys! Language! Language! The ability to speak language. Super, super, super important. You said communication. I'm sorry, I must have missed that. You did say that. Sorry, Trip. Broca's and Wernicke's are the two areas that help with language and comprehension. That's taken care of in the temporal lobe. Super, super important. Sorry I don't speak English. It doesn't matter about English, just language in general. Dumb human noises. We're almost done, guys. I told you this was going to be a long lecture. And this is not even touching there's so much more to this. And we're just going over the basics. Wouldn't language technically be memory? Technically, but we also have memory. We already have memory in here. I wanted to make a point that language is primarily taken care of in the temporal lobe. So, the four lobes of the cortex. The frontal lobe, responsible for executive decision, critical thinking, reasoning, movement, decisions. Oh, sorry. Our emotions and how we respond to them. Behind that, the parietal lobe, responsible for sensory processing and helping us keep track of where our body is in space, proprioception. Within the frontal and the parietal lobe, you have the somatosensory cortex and the motor cortex right next to each other, separated by the central sulcus, emphasizing how important it is that our sensory information is right next to our motor output, and how important it is that we interact with our environment to keep our bodies functioning. The occipital lobe in the back is responsible for vision and memory formation. If you've ever hit the back of your head, you know about this because you've seen stars, because you damaged or you hurt your occipital lobe. And then the temporal lobe is responsible for hearing, mostly memory formation and memory, long-term, short-term memory, but also responsible for language. English screws up the temporal lobe? I can believe that. Although English is a very complex language, let's be honest. It is a very complex language. Maybe not quite as complex as like Mandarin, but very complex. Messing with the things, Jason, no! Stop messing with the ears. No! I don't have to hit the back of my head to see stars. Homework. Think of different disorders, illnesses, injuries to the brain, and what specific regions they may be associated with. I mean, so remember when we talked about strokes? When we talked about the NIH stroke scale and the different things that we do We're basically testing different areas of the brain to see what's affected. How would sleep deprivation impact these functions, Ninx? I don't have an answer to that. I'm sorry. I'm sure it decreases all of them. Guys, we're almost done. There's a couple more things we need. There's one more area we need to talk about. One more system. The limbic system. Has anybody ever heard of the limbic system? Does it control your limbs? No. Emotions, correct. JT Wusky. Emotions are processed in the limbic system. The limbic system is made up of a couple different structures. You have the thalamus and the hypothalamus, which we talked about earlier. We got some new ones in here. The amygdala and the hippocampus are the two that we're going to start on, that we're going to really talk about, because there's a couple other like parts of the cortex get involved here as well, but we're not going to really touch on those because like part of the cortex here, and then some down here. We're not going to talk about that. But the limbic system is primarily responsible for emotions and feelings of pleasure and memories. This is your reward system is in here as well. Let's talk about the amygdala. The amygdala is what's responsible for emotions. The amygdala is what helps you process emotions, develop emotions, feel emotions. It's all done here down in the amygdala. This new Cinder rig is so cute. Well, thanks. I appreciate it. The hippocampus is going to be responsible for short-term and long-term memory. So this is where short-term gets turned into long-term memory. It's also where memory is stored. There's memory storage in here. Also, interesting enough, your olfactory bulb, which is smelling, is part of the limbic system. Smell something nice, makes you feel good. Smell something bad, makes you feel disgust, grossed out, right? Interesting thing. I learned about this, so back in February, early March. The last thing that I did before the initial COVID lockdown, I had to go to a work event. It was a conference to talk about domestic violence and strangulation. Oh God, I hit my mic. It was a conference to talk about domestic violence and strangulation. It was pretty dry, but I actually did learn a couple things. One of the things that they talked about was in periods of severe trauma, memories don't really get made. What happens is when you go through severe both emotional and physical trauma, your brain kind of shuts down memory formation to focus on other things. So sometimes when you're asking a patient or a suspect, or not a victim or a patient, to recall an event that's very emotionally traumatic or physically traumatic to them, they might not remember specific memories, but they might remember specific senses such as smell. So you might find that they might not be able to tell you anything specific about what happened to them, but they might be able to tell you, well, the person who did it, they smelled of tobacco, they smelled of cigarette smoke, right? So you might not get there with like, okay, tell me everything that happened. What'd you see? What happened? Say, tell me what you can remember. What did you smell? What did you feel? right? What did you hear, right? Stick with some of the senses. Not really much what you see, because a lot of those memories don't get formed. And they kind of go, you got to kind of break it down to its basics, right? Because your brain in those situations is going to resort to basic function to try to keep yourself alive. So I thought that was interesting. Anyways, the limbic system, kind of the system within the brain that helps process emotions and pleasure and store memories. So that you can, hey, this felt good. Let me store that memory so I remember that it feels good. That's about all I got. The very basics of the brain. And there's a time when your brain says, this song is cool, let's listen to it over and over and over and over and over and over. Ah! Let's recap real quick. Do a quick recap. You guys ready? The brain! The brain is made up of neurons. Neurons are the cell of the brain. It's comprised of two parts, the cell body and the axon. The cell body decides whether or not an action potential is carried through and sent on. The axon is what conducts that. The axon is covered in a myelin sheath to help conduct the signal quicker. Baby, you missed it! You missed the whole lecture. We're almost done. The basics of your brain go like this. Sensory information comes in, motor information goes out. The brainstem, also known as the reptilian brain, is responsible for all of your basic life-saving functions, such as maintaining your heart rate, respirations, digestion, things like vomiting and sleepiness. All taken care of in the brainstem. Think of it as the most basic form, the most basic things needed to survive. It's also responsible for some primary information sorting as well. Below next to and behind the brainstem, you have the cerebellum, also known as the little brain, which is responsible for fine-tuning motor commands. Muscle memory is stored in here, so if you've ever trained something to muscle memory, you're utilizing your cerebellum. The thalamus, which helps control information flow through the brain. Below that, the hypothalamus, which helps regulate homeostasis, such as controlling the temperature of your body. The cerebrum takes up 80% of your brain. The cortex, which is comprised of gyri and sulci, are the ridges and the grooves of your brain, separated by fissures, like the transverse, the lateral, and the central sulcus, and the longitudinal, which splits the brain into two hemispheres, the left and the right. The left side, responsible for logic, reasoning, language, sciences. The right side, responsible more for art and creativity, emotions and imagination. Little baby brain cerebellum. Little baby brain! Baby! The cortex can be broken up into 4 different lobes. The frontal lobe, which is responsible for executive decisions such as critical thinking, reasoning, planning, emotions and mood, movement. All of these are taken care of in the frontal lobe. Think of it as the decision maker of the brain. The parietal lobe, which is responsible for processing sensory information, such as heat, pain, touch, feel. Also proprioception, which is the sense of your body in space, can be processed here. Endless Voyage, thanks for the follow, welcome to Floppy Flock. Disturbed Demons, thanks for the follow, welcome to Floppy Flock. Within the parietal lobe, you have the somatosensory cortex, and in the frontal lobe, you have the motor cortex, which are separated by the central sulcus. As sensory information comes in, it is processed by the somatosensory cortex. Information is transmitted over to the motor cortex, which then decides what you want to do in response to that sensory information. The occipital lobe, responsible for vision and memory formation, and the temporal lobe, which is responsible for hearing, memory, and language. Within your brain, you have the limbic system, which is responsible for emotions, pleasure, and storing memory, the amygdala, which helps control emotions, and the hippocampus, which helps convert short-term memory to long-term memory, while also managing memory storage. These are the very basics of the brain. If you want to know more about the brain, go ask Bandy. He can tell you way more than I can. But these are the basics. The next time you hit the back of your head and you see stars, you'll understand why. Because you hit your occipital lobe, which is responsible for processing your vision. And it just kind of looks weird when you hit that. What do you guys think? Did you learn something today? Rockstar Wolf, hey! How you doing? You doing well? I hope so. Tell me, what's one thing you guys learned? What's one thing you learned today? Jason Quiver, stop. Do not touch the flops. Sulcus is a funny word. Exercising my temporal lobe with Duolingo. The Duolingo owl comes banging on your door. It's time to work your temporal lobe now. Wake up. Duolingo, please, it's 5 a.m. in the morning and I have work tomorrow. Too bad, time to learn Spanish. You're gonna learn! Parietal lobe is a crit spot, good for assassins. People still giggle at words like penis. Disturbed demon, yes they do. Bandy, what do you think? What did you think of the recap? You tell me, you're a doctor. I know it's way more complex than I made it. But my job isn't to be... I don't get tied up in the complexity. It's time for your Japanese lesson. You missed your Spanish lesson, you know what happens now. Open up. It's time to learn. Te hablo español. Is the stream ending? No. We're gonna play some Antichamber for a bit. Let's get this loaded up. Let's do this. Alright, I need to refill my water because I get cotton mouth when I talk. USB Snake, thanks for the follow. Welcome to Floppy Flock. Welcome in. So real quick. Ooh! Damn it! I was trying to hold that burp in and it managed to squeeze its way out. Sorry! Sorry! Oops! I was trying to hold it in, and by holding it in, it became more pressurized and made a loud, weird noise. Guys, I need to go refill my water. Can you guys do me a favor? Watch over the flock for me, okay? I'll be right back. There better not be any sheep gone, so help me God. Scarface, you scared the crap out of me. I had my headphones on in the bathroom, and you scared the crap out of me with that. Holy crap. Scarface coming with the tier 1 sub, the 5 tier 1 subs out to the community. Dude, Scarface, that was super nice of you. What the hell? Hold on, who got subbed? Baron Von Derg, Mike Kick, Schooly-Doo, Bio364, and C-Lab. You guys are all coming to Colic here from the Flops to the Beans. You can thank Scarface. Wireless headphones are awesome. They are. Dude, Scarface, I appreciate how many you gifted out 80 subs. You do realize how much money that is, right? You do realize how much money that is. Like, why? I appreciate it, but why?
Woohoo! Shotspot!
Juice! You got the juice! Boo, 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 boo. Pressing ya, pressing ya. Pressing ya, pressing ya. What's up, Juice? Guys, I'm gonna say this again, because I said it at the beginning of the stream. If you're watching the stream right now, and you're an eligible voter in America, and you haven't voted, I am telling you to turn the stream off and go vote. I'm being serious.
Floofs Cinders Flops Cinder 7 Love Cinder 7 Love Cinder 7 Love.
Dragon's Bane coming with the 245 bits, making Tux dance. Look at that werewolf go. Guys, what kind of werewolf is that? That's that USDA Prime werewolf. Dragon's Bane, I appreciate it. Floof Cinders Flops. No! These flops are already floopy enough. Thanks for the bits. I appreciate it, Dragon's Bane. You've been here since the start. I know you have, and I appreciate it. I voted 3 weeks ago. Good. I voted like 2 weeks ago. You ordered pizza during class. You want some? You better not be eating that. But yeah, I'll take some. All right. Let me work on getting Antichamber set up. See if we can actually beat Antichamber this time. USDA Prime! Either you're a really good actor, or really happy, or a damn good actor. Why can't I be both? It is possible to be both a good actor and happy all the time. Because the other option is to be angry all the time. And I could do that. Oh, I could do angry real good. You better sit down. You better shut up. Or I could be happy and fun. You like angry, Callie? On a scale from 1 to 10, how would you rate your cuteness? I'd say like a solid 8.5. Like, solidly a B+. Not quite an A, but I'm definitely above average. B+. Amgi? All right, let's see if Antichamber screws up again. No talks in there, he angry. Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. I'm gonna throw flops. Ooh. Ah! Ow! All right, so I guess last time I ran the ad, it double voiced it. Let's see if it works this way. Let's see if it works this time. Let's see if it actually works this time. Rapid, thanks for the follow. Welcome to Floppy Flock. Welcome in. I'll be right back. Quick commercial break. Is your life full of pointy ears? Are you lacking certain floppy ear content in your life? Hi everybody, Santa Collie here to introduce to you Collie Care. For a low price of only $4.99 a month or your Twitch Prime subscription, you can ensure that you have ample floppy ear content for you and your family to enjoy. No, why is it echoing? Benefits include this nifty sub badge. I'll have to fix it. I don't know why it's echoey. I don't know why. I'm gonna have to figure it out. This stream is just such a mess. Why do you guys even watch this? It's a hot mess.
Everybody do the flop. Everybody do the flop. Everybody do the flop.
Dude, Scarface coming in with another 5 gifted subs to the community. Scarface. Why? I appreciate it, Scarface. That's incredible, dude. Everybody do the flops. Spam the flops. Scarface. Thank you. Skittles the Falcon. Hold on, I can't read them. Skittles the Falcon. T-Prads. Snickers Furret. Nargoltep, I don't even know how to say that. Dragon Lord Raven, you guys are all covered under colic hair thanks to Scarface. From the flops to the beans, you can thank Scarface. No, so, okay, so the ad was able to be played without it being echoey. I think it's the way that I'm doing my, I'm going through, I'll figure it out. There's something going on with it that I'll figure out. We gotta figure out where do we need to go? Let's go back here. Guys, spam the flops! Spam the flops! Harder to progress if you're leaving things behind. Yes, I am aware of that. Oh, that's right, okay. We've done this puzzle already. And then we got here. Okay, good. This is where I wanted to be. Can I steal that? Yeah, I'm gonna take that with. So guys, now that we've learned about the brain, we're gonna utilize what we've learned about the brain and try to beat this game. Dude, Cerulean coming in with a tier 1 sub for 1 month. Dude, Cerulean, you're now enrolled in Colic Care. Enjoy your emotes and enjoy your coverage, because we got you covered from the flops to the beans. You're covered under Colic Care. Okay, so now we're here. Ah, yes. Can't get it to quite go low enough. Excuse you. Take me up there! Wouldn't there be a way to do those doors with both squares? Is there? Like to leave with both squares, you mean? There it goes. Now it'll take me up. But then this is the one that says don't look down. Then you look this way and you go back and oh god, the floor disappears. Okay. There might be. I can go back and look. But let's progress this way for a second. Science may be helping you more than you think. Alright, we've done this. Are you gonna find the other guns today? We're gonna find out. I have no idea what we're gonna do, what's gonna happen today. Okay. It's all telling me to go here. But we've been here before. I feel like, am I missing something here? Because the arrows are telling me to go down. But then you come down here and I don't know what to do. And it takes away all my ammo. What appears impossible may have a very simple answer. How we perceive a problem can change every time we see it. I don't know if this is going to help me, but it might. Oh, I could definitely do that. You know how to solve this? Let me, I'll ask for hints. If I want a hint, I'll ask you guys. I'm gonna see how I do on my own. We tried walking backwards. I have not. You think walking backwards through that? I could just do this. I didn't do it at all! Guys, we gotta use our frontal lobe to try to process information and make decisions and critical thinking. You glad you came here today? Oh, I'm glad that you're here. Thanks for coming by, Rob. I feel like I'm missing something in here. I really feel like I'm missing something in here. We did the block. But I can't go in there yet because I don't have that. I don't have that gun. I can't read that name. Holy crap! Alex! Alex, what's up? Welcome in. We've been here. I like classroom time. I'm always learning something new. Well, I'm glad that you're learning. It's important to learn. Knowledge is the one thing that can't be taken away from you. Look a little harder and you'll find a new way. That's right, because we found this. Venturing into the unknown can lead to great rewards. That's how we found that. The end may come before we even really get there. So then yeah, we did this. Travel to the other side. Oops. See, now I got more blocks, so I wonder if I can utilize this. Oops. It's important to learn. It's important to learn. Better start learning. You gonna learn today. Hey, we're making progress, guys. Let's go. I had to watch your replay stream from yesterday because I missed it. I was so tired. How you feeling now? You feeling better? Some outcomes some outcomes are more favorable than others. Oh crap! I'm still just chatting. Hold on. Oh crap! What did I do? No! Hold on. Our cubes are gone? Well, they're going to be gone anyways as soon as we go in here. As soon as we go in here, they'd be gone. Because this damages or gets rid of all your ammo. Okay, so I need... Oh, I can pick up? Thought I couldn't pick up those ones. Consequences of one choice can cut us from making others. Okay, well, I know what I have to do now. Or like this. Kodai, hey, what's up? Welcome in. I got an idea. And then we go back this way, and then we come in here, and then we do this. Then we're going to go through here, and then we're going to do this again. Right, Husky?
Are you a creative protein? Because you have a cute face. With beautiful green eyes I can't help but gaze. When I sleep I see you in my dreams. Nurse applying that medical cream. All over my skin. Your medical field is not only...
Oh, I cut it off. Rye Husky coming in with the tier 1 sub for 5 freaking months. Rye Husky, who's amazing at poems, coming in with that nice pun-filled poem. C-reactive protein, cute face, an acute phase, gaze, ICU, dreams. Ah, good. Rye Husky, you're covered under collie care from the flops to the beans. Ah, well, you know, you are what you are. Wait, what? Oh. Did I screw it? No, God. Nah. No, damn it! Ah. I don't know if this is what I'm supposed to do, but it's what I'm gonna do. Okay, that should be plenty. Let's try this again! You cut off your favorite part? Sips, is it making your head hurt? Think harder. Use that brain that we just talked about. Use it. Oh my God, my aim is terrible. What the flops? Let's watch his cutlass brain develops more folds. I'm gonna need a lot more than a few. Wait, I can do this. Many small objects can make for one large problem. I am not going to go through there quite yet. Yes! What? All that for what? 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 You're cute being Dirk. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my god. Uh. Damn it, I want to beat this game. I've beaten like every other game we've played. Yeah, that's where I was gonna... God damn it! I was gonna go to that one next. Brazillo. But I'm gonna have to do this again! Amazing content! I hear a train. Why is there a train? All right, let's do it again. Yukaka, thanks. I appreciate the confidence. Oh, I know we can. We're gonna beat this game. My brain saying I've got pain in my left ankle? You should listen to your brain. It's smart like that. Alright, I know what's in there. I can't go in there. Take away my ammo. If you lose sight of what's important, it may not be there when you need it. What? What the hell? Dude, I'm so lost. What happens if I do it again? Same thing? Same thing. Guys, I'm so lost. Do I want to hit? Yeah. Chewbacca, I'll ask you this. Am I on the right track? Am I on the right track? Do I have the right idea? Yes or no? That's all I really want to know. Or am I completely off base? Canadian Dragon, hey! What's up, CD? Am I not on track at all? It's telling me to go down this way. And I'm inclined to listen to the arrows. Yugaka, what you got for me? I've crossed that before. Remember the puzzle where you had one cube? The one that I just did? You talking about, I'm assuming that's where I need to go, right? Or is that my current path? That was my current path. This one. Okay. So it's something in here. You lose sight of what's important. It may not be there when you need it. Fall where the word fly is. I don't even know how to get back there is the problem. Yeet! That's right, this just brings me up here. Yeah, I feel like I'm just repeating the same puzzles over and over again. There's walk. Fly is this way. There it is. I can't go that way yet because I don't have the green gun, so I gotta go blue. Now we're back here, son of a... Ah! Puzzles hurt dirt brain? Yeah, they hurt the dog brain, too. Let's go, let's get, can we... Down the elevator at the first set of stairs you found. Huh? 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 The elevator at the first... Where? I don't even know where the hell I am right now! Yellow gun! Oh, I don't have that much. Down the flyward at the first set of stairs you found, there's a hidden elevator. Okay, hold on. Oh god. Oh, hey! Sometimes we only have just enough to get by. Guys, I don't know. Alright, hold on. The flyward. Let me climb this. Game makes my brain hurt? Yeah, it makes my brain hurt too. Old skills are useful even if we've learned new ones. Throwing yourself into things can bring you to new heights. If you aren't paying attention, you'll miss everything around you. I've done this before. This is the puzzle that we need. This is the puzzle I need to do. I need to go. I need to go get more pieces then. Shy Hyena, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the Fobby Flock. Welcome in. Thanks for joining. I can't go through there without getting rid of all my ammo. Alright, so this is the puzzle. So, Chugaka, I'll ask you this. Do I have everything right now? Is this everything I need? I just need to figure it out. If that's the case, then I can just start getting to work. Okay, so everything I need is right here. I just need to make it work. Wait. Why is this door suddenly not opening? Oh, I've removed that. Damn it. Oh my, I'm doing well. How are you? What's up, Snowy White Wolf? Snowy White Fox. Oh God. I'm sorry. I called you a wolf. I'm sorry. Alright. I got it. I think I understand what I need to do now. I think I understand what I gotta do. I screwed that up. Tech, hey! What's up? How you doing? Okay, and then that there, then we can grab that. Come through here. Oops. Yes! Oh, got it. Post-workout werewolf? Ooh. I'll take some post-workout werewolves. Wait. No! It's so close! I screwed up though. I'm 1 cube short. Oh wait, you failed! Thanks, Shugaka! I appreciate it! Alright, I get the general idea now. See if I can't maximize it though. Oh, I'm doing great. How are you? Damn it, I feel like I'm still missing. Oh, got it. Okay. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Yes! Suck it. Stupid game. So smart. Yes! Moving forwards may require making the most of what you've got. Neat! Alright, game's opening up a little bit. Some tasks require a lot of care and observation. Wait, what? Game gives you some sanity back via inspirational quotes. It also just yanks it from you. This game is crazy! How's the gaming? It's tough. Am I able to do this puzzle right now, Shugaka? Should I go move on to other puzzles? I feel like I should move on to other puzzles. I wish it gave you kind of like an idea of where to go. I think when you first get in the room, you don't want to pull the blocks out right away. Maybe. Now we need to figure out where to go next. There were some places that were closed off by green that we need to find. There it is. What? What? Oh. Guys! I have no idea. Here we go. Oh no, this is... Don't pull all the blocks out. Oh! Wait. Can you put a blue block in the path, make a door for yourself? Dude, I have no idea. But don't apply mastermind! No! No! Gross! You guys are telling me not to pull the blocks out all the way, but I don't know what else to do. One other hint on how to use the gun? Hold on. They don't really spell it out for you, do they? Yeah, I'm starting to see that. Nothing in this game is handed to you, yeah. Alright, Shigaka, hit me. swinging pendulum, yeah. This way? Fantastic DJ, hey, what's up? Oh, now it's green. It was blue before. There's a way for you to make cubes with the green gun. Really? Missing information, it's easy to mislead. Come on, let me in! Wait, what? Try making a 3x3 square cubes. Ah! When the hell did they teach you that? I guess this is where they teach you that. supposed to know that? If you hold left on a single cube, it removes it. Wait. You can remove the things that are attached to it? Oh, okay. Yes! New skills enable further progress. Damn right they do! Left equals the remove thing. Remove my hold. So if you hold it on a single cube, it. Ah, okay. Oh my god. Halfway through is halfway finished. Wow, okay, so we're actually halfway through. I just brute force it. Okay. Progress. Alright, Shugaka, is this the right way? Am I on track now? I appreciate the hints. Okay, cool. Now I gotta figure out this puzzle. Damn it! What's this one? No need to take apart what already works. Wait, we've been here before. What? Now! Tux! What'd you give me? Tux got me coffee. I did. You stop that right now. Where? What is this? It's good. Thanks, babe. Tux brought me coffee. It's delicious. I also don't have enough pieces to complete this. But Tuxie has a nice singing voice. What he's singing about is lies. I'm at a loss. Where am I now? I'm down here. Why won't they work? Solution to a problem, we just require more thorough looking. Oh, damn it. I just went backwards. Oh, too many lasers. We can get through that now. See, where was too many lasers at? Windows of opportunity. Okay. Hey, what's up? Welcome in. How are you? I'm chewing on ice. I don't know what that does, but... Hey, Flonky! Flocky! When you have enough resources, you can start growing more. Oh crap. Is the avatar frozen? No, I'm here. I'm just lost in thought, I guess. I watched the 1 hour talk about this game by the creator yesterday. It's quite interesting. This game is ridiculously hard. Yes, we got another one. You can grow a garden anywhere. Do you have Tim Hortons by you? Oh, we do not. I believe that's a Canadian thing, right? Oh, I can't finish it. Okay. like this is like cheating the system, but this is what they want you to do. Damn it, I didn't make enough.
When it's time to party, we will party hard.
Dude, pilot! Dude, Pilot Chef coming with a party at 27. Dude, Pilot, what's up? Pilot, thanks for sharing your community with mine, and thanks for blasting my ears for the wonderful NGBK. What's up? How are you doing? What game were you guys playing? We are getting lost in this crazy game. We love you, sister. Aw, welcome in, guys. We're playing Antichamber. Slowly making our way through it. Let me in. Oh, there it is. Okay, got it. Got it. Is this in VR? I wish. The yellow gun. Oh, whatever the hell. What in the hell? Probably work if I had accuracy of any kind. There we go. There's one! I don't think that's the correct way to do that. I have no idea. I have no idea. Well, I've done trapped myself. Oh, I gotta do this one again? Oh my god, and I just destroyed all my ammo. You know, Wolfie, hey, what's up? Welcome in. How are you? I hope that's enough. Okay. What do you say? Connect them, then take them out. Oh! Wait, hold on. So if I go like this, I remove. What's up? What is that? Oh, yeah, I like that. I did. I'm almost done. Everybody, by the way, everybody in the chat says you have a good singing voice. Okay. Toxic's singing for you guys. There you go. Bye. He left. And he left? Okay, good. He took the dog. Okay, so I guess this is where I figure out how to utilize the fact that it disintegrates. But how does that help? Damn it! Oh my god, did I really run out? Oh, I think I got an idea. Loam! Wow, 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 wow! Loam! Alright, I got an idea. I got an idea. Where the hell did that one go? The door you came from has infinite. Oh yeah, it does, doesn't it? Ah, Brazillo's so smart. Yes! Oh my god! Big freaking brains! Let's freaking go! The yellow gun! further we explore, the more connected everything becomes. Little kind direction, get obstacles out of your way. What? What? Problem may be very difficult when you're missing the right tools. Does this still have the same properties as the green gun? It does, okay. Whoa, what? Okay, okay. There. Oh my god. We're making progress. No, damn it! Huh. Idea. Yeah, you just gotta snake it out of there. What? No, no, wait, hold on. I can just make more. No, damn it! Wait, what? Wait, what happened to my other cubes? Oh my god. Was that the right spot, Shigaka? Was I in the right spot? I'm assuming I was doing the right thing. I deleted one by accident. Okay. Hey! If you lead the way, others will follow. If you put ice in my mouth, I'll eat it. Hi, welcome to Death. Thanks for the follow from 7 minutes ago. Welcome to Flobby Flock, welcome in. Furry Gaming 2020, thanks for the follow. Welcome to Flobby Flock, welcome in. I don't know why it didn't trigger, but give it a second. Oh wait, what the hell? Rushing through a problem won't give you the results. Won't give you the right results. Thanks for the follow. Welcome, Bobby Flock. Welcome in. May I join the Discord channel? Yeah, sure. Here. Discord. There it is. Interesting. No. Okay, I think I got the right idea. There it goes. Yes! Okay. Learning. Splitting a problem up might help you find the answer. problem may not be where you're going, but how to get there. So, Shugaka, I feel like the game didn't give you any direction on where to start. I feel like that was my problem, was I didn't know where to start. Once I know where to start, I think I can figure it out. Well, what the hell? Man, I'm manipulating Kali? I don't know. It seems kind of sus. No, I'm not sus. I'm innocent. It's not doing at all what I wanted to do. Oh, I can't go that way, so I gotta go through this. Okay. Cinder is always sus. I am not always sus. Okay, look. I am actually like the most innocent. Oh, I could just do that. I actually made that way harder on myself than I needed to be. Use the colors to your advantage. I'm trying to use the colors. No! No! They all blew up! Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? I'm right here. Oh, okay. Zora Enigma, thanks for the follow. Welcome to Fobby Flock. Welcome in. Did it? Yes. Vacky. Also, everybody spam the bees. Bakoda's here. Bakoda loves the bees. Or if you have Vacky C, spam Vacky C, Solving a problem may require using abilities that we didn't realize we had. Oh, hey! A few steps backwards might keep you moving forward. Okay. I feel like this is a good time to stop because I feel like we made work. We did some work. And we can do some more of these the next time we play, which will probably be sometime this weekend. Because I'm going to take tomorrow off. I got a dentist appointment tomorrow, and Tux took tomorrow off, so we're going to enjoy the post-election craziness together. How do I exit this game? Hold to quit. There we go. Yes! Okay. Guys, we gotta find someone to raid. I'm done. That's it. Stream's over. Who we raiding? Let's find out. You're cute? Well, hey. Thanks. I appreciate that. Stream over. I'm sorry, Bakoda. I'm sorry. I'm hungry. It's 6 o'clock. I want to enjoy time with Tug. I gotta eat. I'm hungry. Alejandro, thanks for the follow. Welcome to Floppy Flock. Welcome in. About to go down tonight? I hope not. Let's see. Who do we want to raid? Who do we want to raid? Joseph's welcome to the Floppy Flock. What do you guys want to raid? We can do, let's see. Ritual Newell's playing Beat Saber. Laughing's playing Cooking Simulator. Tristan's playing Outer Worlds. Vince is chatting. Do you guys want to go? You guys want to go raid Vince? You want to go mess with Vince? What do you guys think? Vince, Keat, Ritual. Who do you guys want? North, Thousand's streaming. Puffy. What's the? Yeah, I don't think I follow Puffy. What is it? Is it Puffy? Are they streaming? They're not streaming. Vince? Okay, let's do Vince. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, are they playing? They're playing. Oh, he was drawing Spyro. Okay, yes, we're gonna do Puffy. Guys, let's go raid Puffy. We're gonna do, let's do this. Yeah, we'll just do the standard. Once you flop, you just can't stop.
When it's time to party, we will party hard.
End of the stream! Sun coming with the rate of 1 at the end. Stream's ending. Guys, once you flop, you just can't stop. It's gonna make Puffy. Alright, guys. I'll see you sometime this weekend, okay? Until then, let's hit up the discharge desk. Make sure you have your insurance cards ready. Co-payments due at time of treatment. Coverage is limited. If you're not happy with the treatment, that's too damn bad. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Thanks for the bits. Thanks for the follows. Thanks for the subs. We're gonna beat Antichamber. We're going to beat it. There's no other option. We're gonna beat it. Guys, I'll see you sometime this weekend. Bye.
List of like, oh my gosh, are you serious? Cinder Call? No way. Are you serious? Why? Cinder Collie of Collie Care. Holy heck, you guys. Okay, I want to see